Imagine standing at the edge of a vast marketplace, where the dazzling glow of neon signs and endless shelves of goods beckon you to buy, consume, and accumulate. Every corner offers a new temptation: the latest gadget, the trendiest clothes, or the most luxurious experience. Yet beneath this swirl of abundance, a quiet voice calls out, a voice from centuries ago, reminding us that true mastery lies not in possession, but in detachment. This voice belongs to Miyamoto Musashi, the legendary samurai and philosopher, whose wisdom transcends time and culture. In an age overwhelmed by consumerism, where value is often measured by what we own, Musashi's teachings on detachment and simplicity offer a radical alternative. How can the path of the warrior help us navigate a world obsessed with material wealth? How do we cultivate freedom amid relentless consumer pressure? Today, we embark on a journey to explore these questions. Welcome to the Unfolding Journey, where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Welcome to the Unfolding Journey. Thank you for joining us on this channel dedicated to exploring timeless philosophies and practical insights to help you live a richer, more mindful life. Here, we dive deep into the teachings of great thinkers, spiritual leaders, and historical figures, all in pursuit of wisdom that unfolds gradually, transforming our everyday existence. If you're interested in learning how to live intentionally and find peace amid chaos, you're in the right place. So let's dive into the story of Musashi and how his approach to detachment can guide us today. Before we delve into Musashi's teachings, let's set the stage by understanding the world we live in. Consumerism is a defining feature of modern society. It's the ideology that encourages the acquisition of goods and services in ever-increasing amounts. Our economies depend on it, our cultures celebrate it, and technology accelerates it. Advertising messages infiltrate every moment, convincing us that happiness and status come through consumption. But beneath the glossy surface, consumerism often breeds dissatisfaction. The cycle of desire and fulfillment is endless. New products quickly replace the old. Possessions lose their appeal, and we find ourselves chasing after something elusive, a sense of meaning, identity, or contentment that material things can never fully provide. In such a world, detachment is a radical act. It's not about rejecting all possessions or becoming ascetic, but about cultivating an inner freedom that prevents us from being enslaved by things. This is where Musashi's philosophy becomes deeply relevant. Miyamoto Musashi, 1584 to 1645, was a legendary Japanese swordsman and ronin, masterless samurai, celebrated for his undefeated record in over 60 duels. Beyond his prowess with the sword, Musashi was a philosopher and artist, best known for his book The Book of Five Rings, Go Rin no Sho, which explores strategy, discipline, and mindset. Musashi's life was marked by a relentless pursuit of mastery, not just in combat, but in understanding the nature of existence and self-control. Central to his philosophy was the concept of detachment, a deliberate distancing from external distractions and attachments to cultivate clarity, focus, and resilience. For Musashi, detachment was a strategic and spiritual practice. It wasn't about emotional numbness, but about liberating oneself from the chains of desire, fear, and dependency. Here are some key ways he approached detachment. Simplicity and minimalism. Musashi lived a life stripped of unnecessary luxury. He believed that true power and freedom come from simplicity. In combat, this translated into using whatever tools and weapons were available rather than relying on elaborate gear. In life, it meant letting go of excess and focusing on essentials. Freedom from attachment. Musashi emphasized the danger of clinging to things, whether material goods, people, or ideas. Attachments cloud judgment and create vulnerabilities. By practicing detachment, one remains calm and adaptable, ready to respond to whatever life presents. Embracing change. Change is constant, and Musashi taught the importance of flowing with it rather than resisting. Detachment helps us let go of fixed outcomes or rigid expectations, enabling us to move fluidly through life's challenges. Mastery of self. Ultimately, Musashi's teaching is about mastering the self, our emotions, impulses, and thoughts. Detachment aids this mastery by creating space between stimulus and response, fostering mindfulness and intentionality. How can these ideas help us today? In a society where worth is often linked to what we own, practicing detachment offers a path to authentic freedom. Question your desires. Musashi invites us to critically examine what we truly need versus what we are conditioned to want. Consumerism thrives on manufacturing desires. When we learn to distinguish between genuine needs and fleeting cravings, we reclaim power over our choices. Cultivate mindful consumption. Instead of mindlessly buying the latest products, practice conscious consumption. Think about the impact of your purchases on your life, environment, and well-being. Choose quality over quantity and appreciate what you have. Simplify your environment. Create a living space and lifestyle that reflects simplicity and function rather than accumulation. A clutter-free environment promotes mental clarity and reduces stress, echoing Musashi's minimalist ethos. Detach from identity tied to possessions. In consumer culture, possessions often become extensions of our identity. Musashi's teaching challenges this by reminding us that who we are is not what we own. Detaching from material identity frees us from social pressure and envy. Embrace impermanence. Consumerism attempts to create permanence through ownership, yet everything is transient. By embracing impermanence, we develop resilience and appreciation for the present moment, reducing anxiety about loss or change. Practicing detachment today can also be seen as a form of resistance against the relentless demands of consumer capitalism. By choosing less, questioning norms, and valuing inner mastery, we push back against a system designed to keep us dependent on constant consumption. This resistance is not about rejection, but about reclaiming autonomy. Musashi's path teaches that true strength lies in freedom from external control, whether in battle or life. In this sense, detachment becomes a strategic tool for preserving our mental, emotional, and financial well-being. It's important to clarify that detachment doesn't mean disengagement or apathy. Musashi himself was deeply engaged in his world, mastering his craft, facing battles, and creating art. Detachment is about presence without clinging, involvement without obsession. It allows us to engage fully with life while maintaining inner equilibrium. This balance is crucial in consumer culture, where over-identification with possessions can lead to anxiety and dissatisfaction. Here are some actionable ways to begin practicing detachment inspired by Musashi's teachings. Daily reflection. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on your attachments. What possessions or desires are causing distraction or stress? How might you let go of unnecessary burdens? Mindful spending. Before buying something new, pause and ask, do I need this? Will this add value to my life or simply satisfy a passing impulse? Minimalist challenge. Try decluttering a small area of your home regularly. Notice how this affects your mood and clarity. Meditation or breath work. Develop practices that cultivate mindfulness and self-awareness, helping you observe impulses without immediate reaction. Read and reflect on Musashi's work. Exploring the Book of Five Rings or other philosophical writings can deepen your understanding and inspire consistent practice. A world flooded with messages urging us to consume more, Musashi's ancient wisdom shines as a beacon of clarity and freedom. His teachings remind us that true mastery, whether in combat, life, or our inner world, comes from detachment, simplicity, and self-mastery. By embracing detachment, we don't reject the material world, but transform our relationship with it, choosing presence over possession and freedom over bondage. This journey requires courage and practice, but the reward is profound: a life lived with intention, peace, and resilience. If you found this exploration meaningful, please consider subscribing to The Unfolding Journey. Here, we continue to bring timeless wisdom into everyday life, helping you navigate challenges with insight and grace. Hit the subscribe button and join our community as we unfold the deeper layers of existence, one step at a time. Thank you for being part of this journey. Until next time, keep seeking, keep unfolding.